Arsenal versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Egbeningwe. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Good evening, sports fans. You are welcome to your favorite sports channel, the Premier Sports Fan Center. We hope you have been enjoying our watch-along shows of the AFCon, the 2024 AFCon. It was supposed to be in 2023, but hey, some technical glitches came up, and we are having it in 2024. Any which way, we are going to enjoy every bit of it together because we are here because of you. And my name is Afcon. I'll be your host for today for this watch-along edition for the game between Mali and South Africa, the earlier fixture in this same group. It was a surprise. Namibia defeating Tunisia 1-0 against all odds. I'm not alone in the studio. Here with me is still my usual suspect, starting from my far left, Adeyemi Segun.
Good evening. Yeah, myself. Good evening, Solomon. Well, it's another beautiful night of to talk football. Mali against South Africa. This is another tough game in the African Cup of Nations. And looking at the other results right from the 9 p.m. fixtures yesterday night, the game between Angola and Algeria, which ended surprisingly in a 1-1 draw. And the other fixture today between Burkina Faso and Mauritania, which ended 1-0 in favor of Burkina Faso. And the surprising victory for Namibia over um, Tunisia. That shows that this year African Cup of Nations is showing itself that yes, truly you no go gree for anybody this year in Africa. And it's beautiful to see African football the way it's growing. At right now you can't even look at a team and call them underdogs at the African Cup of Nations. You are having a lot of underdogs taking the game to the so-called superpowers when it comes to African football. And the superpower teams have said right from the first game that yes, you have to go into any game with your A game, which is the beauty of African football. The AFCON is showing itself as the toughest nations of cup around the world right now.
Yeah, and Solomon.
Good evening, viewers, and good evening, your might and Shegun. I think it's another beautiful football. I think this is one of the lineup of game today. This is one of the top match, and a lot of people are actually looking out for because the two teams here are very strong teams, and it's a very tight situation to want to say, okay, this is who is going to win. A lot of people actually expected Mali to win, but I don't want to underrate the South Africans because when it comes to football, sometimes it's like they fluctuate. Sometimes they come with their A games and sometimes they are down, but they can pull up surprise at any moment in time. So I also want to salute them, the CAF, for improving.
And that's a good attempt from Mali right there, but it's not going to threaten the goalkeeper. So the South African player shielded that one is going to be throwing to South Africa. 5th minute of that encounter. Still Mali nil, South Africa nil. Mali started with a 4-3-1-2 formation with Jigui Diarra in goal and Amari Traore, Boubacar Kouyaté, Siku Niakate, Falaye Sako, all 4 defenders. Kamuri Dumbia, Amadou Aidara, and Aliou Dieng playing the pivot role, 3 pivot players. And yes, Bissouma, I think the Bissouma of Tottenham Hotspur, playing behind the 2 attackers, Sinayoko and Siku Koita. Now, there has been a lot of talks about how Mali can be the one of those teams that can win this Nations
Yeah,
Cup.
it has always been a time or a long time call talking about Mali, right? If you followed the African Cup of Nations right from 2002 to 2004 to 2006 when Nigeria were coming third, it's always Mali coming fourth in the AFCON. So they've always been in the mix. But you have to look at the growth. It's almost like the growth we saw with what's it called with Senegal. Also on the same part. I remember seeing Adera playing with what's it called Osimhen in the final of the under 17 World Cup. That was the Osimhen set that Nigeria won. He was also there. And look at how fantastic Adera has been with RB Leipzig in Germany. At a point, he was linked to Manchester United, and he's a fantastic defensive midfielder on his own day. So he's also a star-studded team. You're looking at Dieng also, who's one of the very best players playing for Al Ahly in Egypt.
Just before we come back to your thoughts right there, it's corner kick to South Africa, 7th minute, he plays it into the box, but that was easily headed out by Mali right there. And the South Africa still with the ball, trying to attack with the ball without straight shot, but it was an easy catch for Diarra right there, the Malian goalkeeper.
So one big man I already want to see today is what's it called Bizoma playing in the number 10 role for Mali today. That's the attacking midfielder at attacking midfield role, which is not really his regular position for Mali. So I not his regular position for Mali and not his regular position for what's it called for Tottenham. I really want to see how he come into that position. We saw Agbiza also for Cameroon playing another unfamiliar position for them and gotten it right for them in that game. So let's see if Bizoma can actually be that link between what's it called the midfield and the attack for Mali in this game against Senegal. It's a really good squad for the Malians and a squad that is capable of going out of the group stage and finding their way to the quarterfinal and getting themselves to the semi-final. They are capable of facing any of the big teams in Africa and they'll actually prove a big threat to any of the big teams. You can't just underrate the South African. I'm sorry, the Malians with the good players they have in this squad.
Yeah, you can't actually underrate Mali right there. And it's game on in that encounter, 9th minute of that game. It's still 0-0, Mali 0, South Africa 0. Earlier fixture from this group right here, it was Namibia who surprisingly defeated Tunisia in that encounter. But hey, it's football, anything can happen. So it's South Africa currently in possession of the ball, sends it back to that goalkeeper right there. And it takes a touch right there, Group E, right here, the game in Group E right here. And let's see if Mali is going to do something special. And that was a good shot for Mali right there, but Williams, the South African goalkeeper, says no way here.
That's Adara.
That's Adara. Look at that shot, that volley.
It reminds me of the goal that this guy scored for Senegal. Lamine Camara scored yesterday for Senegal. It was a top goal from that young man also. And these are the kind of things you see from Africa. Taking shots from outside, they are never really scared of things like that. So I think the South African defenders needs to be very much careful with how much they treat the Malians in this game. They need to take the game to Mali as early as possible and see if they can also get a point or possibly get the full 3 points in this game against Mali.
Yeah, so we hope that the better side will win in this encounter because sometimes football might be unfair. That's a long pass into the box for that number 6 of South Africa right there trying to cut in. He sent it back to his teammate. But it seems South Africa is going to go back to at least to reset the attack right there. So it's a one touch in the middle by South Africa. Number 4 finds his midfielder who tries to send a pass to the attacker right there, who tries to come, but it was dispossessed by Mali right there. That Mali player right there. And it's game on in this encounter. 0-0, 11th minute of that encounter. So let's go to the South African starting 11, starting with Ronwan Williams in goal, the number 1, and Kuliso Mudau and Yihanda Zulu, Mutombi Mvala and Ombre Modiba, all the defenders for South Africa right there. Tampelo Maseko, Sfefelo Asitole, Stemboho Mokwena, Persitao, we know Persitao to be one bright talent, very fluid and very flexible with the ball. Let's see if he will come with his A game for South Africa today. Leaving Evidence Makuba and Timbe Zwane. And Shagun, we know about Timbe Zwane and Tau. Do you see them coming to them? Because Timbe Zwane is one of those guys that has been responsible for the dominance of Mamelodi Sundowns in the South Africa League.
My problem with South Africa has really been they've not really brought that imprint that we've seen in their league. How beautiful their league is, or the beautiful football they play in their league. We've not really seen that transcend into the national team.
Yeah.
Just like it's different from what we saw with the Egyptian national team and how the national team and the what's it called, and the home-based team really work hand in hand. But in South Africa, we've not really seen the national team form a threat in the league as much as we expect from them. So let's see if what Pesita will bring into it. At the point we saw Pesita join what's it called, Brighton in England, but he never lived up to that expectation and had to return to what's it called, to Al Ahly, where he currently plays with Dieng, who plays for Mali in this encounter. Also, they are one of the two very best players for Al Ahly. So Pesita will actually be the major man in this encounter. He was a promising talent, but he never lived up to that big expectation that everybody had for him when he came into limelight. And for everything, I think more pressure will be on the manager of the South African team, Hugo Bros. He will be looking to reestablish or try again to win the Nations Cup, just like he did with Cameroon in 2017. So there's a lot of pressure on him to come into this competition to win it. So let's see if at the end of the day, if South Africa can really live up to that expectations that people have on them.
Yeah, let's see if South Africa will live up to these expectations that people have on them. Hey, it's not easy. The referee today is Adel from Egypt, and the venue is Amadou Gon Koulibaly Stadium, Kogoro, in Cote d'Ivoire, right there. And the two managers for today is no harder than Shirley for Mali, and there's Bruce, the Belgian, for South Africa. Let's see which tactician will come out tops in this encounter. It's South Africa who drops that cross into the box, and that shot was well saved by Diarra. That was a point-blank save from the goalkeeper, and that was impressive. Squeeze it, that was awesome right there by that goalkeeper. It could have been South Africa taking the drawing the first blood there, Solomon.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move by the South African. You made use of the right wing. He crossed the ball into the 18 box, and there was a good shot there, but due to the brilliance of the goalkeeper, we were able to save that. If they continue like this, we're expecting goal from South Africa.
Yeah, if they continue like this. Shagun, look at the way South Africa is coming into this game. Don't you think maybe they can't be written off?
Well, they can't be written off. There's nobody writing South Africa off, not even the Super Eagles of Nigeria, not even the very biggest team in Africa when it comes to playing football. I don't think there's any team that can actually go to the game with South Africa and write them off depending in the game. But coming into this game, it's so surprising to see South Africa, dominating the midfield and dominating the game against Mali with all the big names in the Mali midfield. You expect Mali to actually be the one dominating the midfield battle. But unfortunately, I just want to feel like probably Mali has not really grown into this encounter. That's why they've not really dominated play, but it has been a lot of pressure from the South Africans.
And that was a cross into the box, and Kouyaté had to do what he knows how to do best, to defend, and he had to clear that one out. And I think it's going to be a corner kick to the South Africans. We can see Jigwe Diarra right there, trying to encourage his defenders that, guys, you can do this, get your head in the game and settle down. The South African player is down right there, and let's just hope that he can continue in this encounter.
That looks like an head collision there.
Yeah, it looks more like
it. The central referee is calling out the medicals to come and check him up. But opening 15 minutes of this encounter has really been explosive. We've seen end-to-end stuff from both teams. It has really been South Africa enjoying possession, which is actually good for them, and that's how you dominate game. But at the end of the day, they just have to turn this dominance into goals in this encounter. Because by the time Mali actually goes into this game, it might really be problems for South Africa at the end of the day.
Yeah, it can be a problem for South Africa at the end of the day. And on our screens, we can also see Juventus leading at home to Sassuolo. 1-0. The goal was scored by Vlahovic. The shining light for Juventus so far this season. Juventus have been enjoying luck on all sides this season. Vlahovic drawing the first blood in that encounter as at the 15th minute of that game. Now, Shagun, looking at the approach of Juventus this season, pragmatism, the Allegri way, it seems is bringing out the needed result.
Yes, bringing out the needed results. And you can't. Probably some people will look at Juventus last season that they started slow, and looking at the number of point deduction that they got and the way they finished last season, still finding themselves finishing in Europe shows that Allegri
And
still
being
has,
banished
yes,
from
being
Europe.
banished from Europe still shows that Allegri still has that. And looking at the way they started this season, it's looking like they are a big threat to the title this season also. So let's see at the end of the day what Juventus bring it.
And the referee in the game between Mali and South Africa is
wow,
right
there's an
there
elbow there.
to check the VAR for potential penalty kick.
We keep on saying this. These are unnecessary
Unnecessary
fouls. There was
fouls,
no
yeah.
point you giving out this. There was no point
Wow.
taking your elbow to the mouth of a player in the box in a dangerous situation. We saw this happen in the game between Mozambique and Egypt. Also in the box, he gave out unnecessary foul, and this is playing out again in the game between Mali and South Africa. They'll be lucky if the referee is not giving a penalty there.
Let's see what the referee says about this. And he says it's a
It's
penalty.
rightly given. That should be a yellow card. And with the referee going to his down
And
pocket,
the
I just
referee-
hope that's not a card. Idara, with all his experience, he shouldn't be going into that. And that's a yellow card to him. He's just lucky that it's a yellow card and not a red card.
And the referee says it's a penalty to South Africa. 18th minute of that encounter. So we have a penalty right there in this fixture. And it's Siku Nyakate, who is now being yellow carded right there.
That was so unnecessary. You
Unnecessary.
You don't allow blood to just flow into your head. You don't allow your emotions do the talking for you when you're playing a game of football. It just costs the team with that unnecessary foul. Your team that they're still trying to find their feet on the pitch right now, and now they have opportunity of going. They have the chance of going one goal down to a team like South Africa. They'll be playing under intense pressure for the rest of this first half.
Yeah, intense pressure for the rest of this first half. That's if he converts this penalty. So let's say
they have a good goalkeeper who's very good.
Yeah, Diarra is
keeping out
stopping penalties. So what will it be? The South African player steps right straight to the ball. Can't start that full step backward. And looking at the goalkeeper. Let's see what can he do. He plays it. And he misses.
Wow. Ow.
And he misses.
Pesitao for that matter.
Pesitao, the experienced South African attacker,
wow, that was just too much.
missed that seat of a penalty.
There is disbelief of that. That sails wide off the goalpost.
That sailed wide off the goalpost. The disappointment on the faces of the fans. Pesitao missed that seat right there. And we just hope that they won't have to cry after this game.
Yeah, that's where the problem is.
That miss.
When you lose penalties, it tends to give your opponent that immediate motivation and belief to attack against you. There's a kind of
psychological boost
that just comes to your head. Let us go out and attack against them. Let us go out and get our own goal. But Mali they are just very lucky here not to concede that goal. Where was that going to?
He just wanted to reach for the top corner.
What was he aiming for? A big player like Pesitao. There was no need for you to. Okay, you've gone for positioning. You've positioned that very well. Then there was no need to put more power onto it. There's no way a goalkeeper hand was going to go to the top corner.
But understandably, coming for someone that has missed a penalty before, what he did there was just trying to reach out for the top corner. Sometimes
we've got power. We've got penalties before.
That
power was just too
much. The weight on the ball is not something that you pre-calculate all the time. Sometimes it might just be a little slip before taking that ball on the field of play. It might just be, grass that is well watered. It can be those little things
let's just
And
say if that will just pour him up and bring out the best of him in this encounter.
yeah, let's
Because if
just see.
South Africa fails to win this game or fails or they
Yeah, it will
can't
come in
get
the
a draw in
headlines.
this game, then it will be taking the blame for it.
Yeah, we'll take the blame for it, and it will be on the headlines. The journalists won't have mercy on him right there. You can see that beautiful chance that Szczesny, the former Arsenal goalkeeper, saved right there. And it seems that since Szczesny got to Juventus, he became a
Yeah,
better
it became
goalkeeper.
the number one. There's one thing about Arsenal, I think. Okay. When it comes to producing goalkeepers, they do produce very good goalkeepers. Like, look
Yeah.
at the number of the goalkeepers who have left Arsenal over time. Chesney, the goalkeeper with what's it called? There's Brad Leno.
Mm.
There is what's it called? The West Ham goalkeeper.
Yeah,
Like
Fabianski.
Fabianski, fantastic goalkeepers who have left Arsenal. And look at the two goalkeepers they still have in their team. Fantastic goalkeepers.
Yeah,
Also.
fantastic goalkeeper. So it's South Africa defending right there. It's Mali back in possession of the ball. Plays a 1-2 with that defender right there, Buka Kuyate. Straight to the right back, Amari Traore. But who lost possession to South Africa? He tries to switch towards the right hand side. And it's South Africa that is to attack. That's Pesita right there. Plays that long shot. But hey, it went off target, and it's going to be a goal kick. Shabalala clapping right there. The Shabalala that scored the first goal in the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
They play almost the same pattern and the same style of football.
And we can see on our screen, Juventus just made it to Vlahovic. Who's going to stop Vlahovic this season? It seems it's Vlahovic that will stop him.
Right from his time at Fiorentina, he has always been a prolific striker. I was so surprised when Chelsea fans don't really wanted him to join Chelsea.
And he scored that free kick.
Yeah, that was a good free kick from him there. A fantastic goal from him, from the Serbian. He's a proven striker. Wow, that was a great goal.
That was a beautiful. And this Mali on the attack right now. In the South African final third, passing the ball around, Bizuma finds his teammate who spread it down to the right-hand side with Dumbia right there. Cross the ball into the box. The header was an easy take for Williams, the South African goalkeeper right there. 23rd minute of that encounter in that stadium in Ivory Coast. Still Mali nil, South Africa nil. It promises to be exciting, mind-blowing. You don't want to leave. You don't want to leave us any minute because every moment is worth the while. So it's Mali back in possession of the ball right there. Who sends it back to Kuyate. Kuyate with the ball right there. Who finds his teammate in Bizuma right there. And it seems Mali are trying to settle down into this game right now, Solomon.
Yeah, they're trying to settle. The first 3 minutes of the game, 4 to 3 minutes, they actually dominated position. They actually took the game to the South African. And South Africa were playing deep, but later the South African came up and they had that opportunity of a penalty which they didn't score. And I'm very sure it's going to haunt them because if Mali gets one now, they will ever regret missing that penalty.
Yeah, it's exciting visuals coming from the Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium in Kohogo in Ivory Coast right there. So it's still Mali nil, South Africa nil in that encounter. It's a long ball forward from the South Africans, but hey, he couldn't meet with that striker right there. The striker for South Africa evidence Mapombe and Pesitao, playing forward, and Tembe Zwane right there, playing the two forward guys for South Africa in the 4-4-2 formation. So it's game on in that encounter. We are still yet to see a goal in this game. A penalty has been missed by Pesitao, one of the senior men, one of the most experienced player in the South African starting 11. So it's game on in that encounter. That's a quick throw-in straight to that South African. And he missed possession and straight to Siko Nyakate, the Malian center back. Who finds the left back? Fala Isako right there. And let's see if they can actually build up to something special right there from the Malian national team. A lot is expected from them actually. Bizuma with the ball, who shoots it right. And that's a touch forward to the attacker right there. But hey, that's a foul on the South African player. But the referee says play on Bizuma with the ball, who finds his teammate and gets it back. Another touch back to Kuyate right there who finds Niakate. And let's see if Mali is going to do the needful in this game and try to build up their squad and try to play the beautiful kind of football that we are expecting them to in this game. That's a sweet turn from the Malian player right there who finds Alu Dianga, who sends it back to Siku Nyakate, who finds Kuyate. Kuyate straight to Bisuma, who touches it back straight. And Shagun, I think playing three pivot player has been one of the things affecting Mali going forward.
Yeah, I think that's really affected them. But right now we're seeing what's it called, Bisoma digging deep, coming back deep
Yeah,
into the midfield to get the balls.
Balls,
He has
yeah.
actually been isolated in that attacking midfield position, which
Yeah.
looks alien to him, to me, seeing Bisoma playing as a 10 for Mali. I would rather prefer him coming back to sit in on the base of on the base of the midfield with what's called Aidera having forming a two-man midfield base for Mali in this game. Send Diang into the attacking midfield position, which will actually be a better suit for Mali in this game. With Bizuma playing as a 10, I don't really expect much chances for him or more passes going forward from him in this encounter. He's more of a fighter of the ball. He's more of a midfielder that can spring those passes from deep into in the midfield, not in playing in the advanced role. So I think
Yeah.
it will actually favor the coach or the Mali national team if they can return Bizoma a bit back into the midfield, so he can dictate and play make for Mali right there on the base of the midfield.
Yeah, so Israel back in possession, who finds his teammate Bisuma either gets a touch off. It seems Bisuma is not finding it funny at the attacking midfield role. Names don't play football, you play them at their natural role. Nigeria made that mistake for years, playing Mikel Obi at the attacking midfield role. But it's game on in that encounter. Mali in possession of the ball right there. And tries to touch it to his opponent in the South Africa final third. He tries to dribble past that South African, but it was dispossessed. And back to Mali. Mali back in possession of the ball. Touch the ball forward. South Africa in trouble and he places it into the box, but there was no Malian player to connect that. And it's going to the South Africa that is back in possession of the ball via the number 20, Mudau, South African right back right there. And he has won a corner kick for South Africa at the 29th minute of that encounter. He's about to take that throw in. He won a throw in, not a corner kick actually. And he sends that one, but it was straight to the opponent. And Nyakate is going to restart, and he finds that midfielder right there, and finds that left back who's trying to move with the ball, but hey, he lost possession of that one. It's going to be South Africa back in possession of the ball. It's game on in this encounter. 29 minutes in that game, and still Mali nil, South Africa nil. But that South African was easily dispossessed, leaving Mali to attack. But hey, South Africa regained possession right there via Mudau, but he lost possession again. It's been a game that we've not seen a team actually really dominated.
Yeah, we've not really seen the team dominate, and it's really great to see two African teams playing tactical brilliance football with themselves.
And that's Malian player running into the ball, drops that pass, but hey, that player of South Africa was on him and couldn't let him get the desired touch on that ball. Still Mali in possession of the ball. Who finds that player on the left-hand side of the midfield, and he drops that pass, and he's going to play that shot, but it was well blocked. But that's by that South African player, and the follow-up header is straight back to that Malian player. But South African player intercepts, and there's a long pass forward. But Diarra is right there to the rescue, and he restarts the game almost immediately. And it's game on in that encounter. Mali trying to attack with the ball and trying to cut in. He drops that pass right there, and Bisuma finds his teammate right there, and it's game on in that encounter. Playing from left to right is Mali, and South Africa playing from right to left, and that's a long ball into the box of South Africa. The Malian dropped that header, but hey, there was no Malian player for the follow-up right there. And it was a good clearance from South Africa. South Africa back in possession of the ball right there. Let's see Will they do something special with this possession? Is William back in possession of the body goalkeeper? Who finds Voila right there who tries to run with the ball and finds that attacking midfielder Sitole and it's still South Africa just trying to pass the ball around. It looks that like this formation that South Africa has adopted is the kind of tacky formation. It's really restraining them going forward.
Well,
As far as
I don't really think he's restraining them from going forward. He was restraining South Africa from going forward. What are we going to also say about Mali not getting into those situations in this game? I think we have to give it to both team defensive and mindness in this game. You have to look at the central backs for South Africa and the central back for Mali. They've really proven it that it's going to be really hard for any of these two teams to break each other through the middle of the park. And the fullbacks have also been on this game also. So defensively, both teams have actually been strong. And the way I'm looking at it after the first quarter of this game, it might just be a game that will end 0-0 with any team taking this game at 1-0 might just be lucky for us to see that one goal. And you look at how much pace these two teams have. They are full of runnings. They are ready to run for the whole of the 90 minutes, front and back in this encounter. Really great game. Really tactical brilliance of the game. We are seeing a game that both teams are showing how grit and how much they've worked on this both team, which is really great for African football. Look at the way they've been passing around, not the normal the old kick and follow police football we do see in African football, and it shows how much African game is improving.
yeah, it shows how much African game is improving. Mali trying to attack with the ball right there. And is that defender Kuyate who fights the attack, drops the pass for Amadou right there, and it's still Mali back in possession of the ball. It's a long one forward for the player to chase. But William, the South African goalkeeper, is out to the rescue. And they got that one. And we start the game and sets it to his player right there, his teammate. But it's still another loose ball for the Malian player, goalkeeper right there to take and gives it to Nyakate who finds Kuyate. Kuyate finds his teammate, but it was a loose pass. Too much weight on that pass, and that pass forward. So that South Africa player chest down and trying to attack with the ball, but
I think
it was cleared
from what
out.
I'm seeing in South Africa, I think the biggest problem for South Africa, you have to look at it that both teams are actually using the same tactics and pattern to attack against each other. That is sending the over ball to the wingers who they feel like might be able to run into the lines of South Africa trying to utilize the pace of Pesitao, trying to throw the overhead balls into his own runnings. I think the Malians defenders also needs to be very much careful because Pesitao is a pacey player, and out of that pace, he might actually win them a free kick in a dangerous position or a penalty in a dangerous position, or just one of those overhead passes we just find him and set him on a free
That's
run
a
against the
long pass
goalkeeper.
straight to
Just
that
as I
South
was saying
African,
it,
and he plays that shot, but it was
that's
saved.
Pesitao.
That's Pesitao.
And just as I was saying it, that kind of pass just eluded the
Yeah.
Malians defender and find his way to pass it out. His time is coming. They will play eye line against him and he'll be free against
But
the
that was his
goalkeeper
weaker
alone.
foot.
Yeah, that was more
So,
like his weaker foot, but I think he took one too many steps there.
No.
He could have taken it just the way the ball was rolling, and
yeah,
that would
but
have
you know
had
it's his
more
weaker
hits
foot.
there.
And that's corner kick to South Africa right there. And can they convert this one? Let's see if Pesita can do something special. Place it into the box. But there was a Malian defender to clear that one. It's still South Africa in possession of the ball, but they just lost it to that Malian player who plays it forward for that attacker to chase. But Lassine Sinayoko couldn't get to that one. So it's back to Williams, the South African goalkeeper right there. So it's game on in that encounter. Still Mali nil, South Africa nil, 36th minute of that encounter. So South Africa trying to take the game to Mali right now and see if they will get some positive answers from the defense of Mali. And is William, the South African goalkeeper, back in possession of the ball right there. Finds a midfielder who steals the ball. But that South African player was there to the rescue And South Africa is right there with the ball to attack with the ball. Finds that left back number 6 or Modiba right there, who tries to find his teammate. But I think that Malian player will shade it off. And the referee says there's an infringement right there. It's going to be free kick to Mali at this point in time. So the Juventus against the Sassuolo game is at halftime. It's Juventus leading 2-0. The 2 goals scored by Dusan Vlahovic, the Serbian international. So you can stay with us for more updates on that one. It's fast looking more like a two-horse race in the Italian Serie A this season.
Inter and
Juventus chasing Inter
Yeah.
with all the strength they have.
We've always seen that battle, pan out now during the big time of Inter Milan and Juventus. Even when Juventus ran on that big run on winning league successively, it was almost Inter, Inter getting on their nerves, and they've always proven to be one of the
And
biggest.
his versatile with the ball right there, who drops it for his teammate. There was too much weight on that pass, so he had to send it back right there. So his game on in that encounter. Still Mali nil, South Africa nil. South Africa with the ball right now, who finds his fellow teammate at the midfield and sends it back. And it's been a game that has been so tacky. It seems the two teams are so wary of one another.
Yeah, they're so wary of each other going forward against each other. And the midfield has really been a healthy battle between both teams. We've seen a lot of turnovers. We've seen a lot of duels won by the two midfielders, the two teams of midfielders, which shows how much that midfield is going to determine who actually wins this game. It's going to take one of this the midfield to actually find that loophole in each other to get a determinant in this game. Really big battle in that midfield, and I'm really loving it in this encounter.
Yeah, really loving it. You just have to love it. It looks like there won't be a cooling break in this encounter because it's already 38 minutes and we are yet to see one like we've seen in the previous fixtures in this AFCon. So it's game on in that encounter, 38 minutes. Still Mali nil, South Africa nil. And Solomon, you've seen so many surprises. It looks most likely like an AFCON that will be filled with so many upsets.
Of course, a lot of surprises in this AFCON. So I never believe even the match that just ended Namibia, Tunisia is one of those surprises. Cape Verde, Ghana, another surprise. It's not even draw. They won. Cape Verde won Ghana, Namibia won.
Is there any surprise in Cape Verde game against
Of course.
against Ghana? Because if you check their last 5 games between Cape Verde and Ghana, it has really been Cape Verde defeating Ghana. So I don't really think there's much surprise in that. It's much about what has been happening really occurrence of defeat over Ghana. It's just like Comoros Island defeating Ghana. It's not really going to look like a new team to me anymore.
And that was a good chance for South Africa right there, but Diarra came to the rescue and saved Mali right there from that Mokoena attempt right there. Look at that shot. And they played that one very well, but Diarra was
almost
at the
feeling
right
that.
place. Yeah, was almost feeling that. But hey, he had a solid grip on that one.
And I think I'll really fancy both team trying the outside shots because it has really shown in this game that breaking through the central backs for each of this team is going to it's really going to be a big problem for the strikers in this game. Why not just try and utilize them taking outside shot? We've seen a shot from Aidara which almost threatened William in the goalpost of South Africa. We've just seen a shot from Mokoena there, which also threatened the Mali goalkeeper. If you're getting a direct shot that you can actually aim very well, then one of these shots might just go into the back of the net.
Yeah, so one of those shots can go back into the back of the net. So let's see. Well, and
defensive error.
Wow. But Diarra was there to the rescue. Set Niakate up with that pass, who gives it to the left back, and there's a sense of urgency towards this first end of the first half right here. That one of these teams who really want to get the goal and trying to attack with the boys. Now South Africa trying to turn defense into attack. And let's see, can they build up his versatile with the ball who returns it back to that right back, Mudau, and sends it back to Williams, the goalkeeper, who finds Mvala, that defender right there for South Africa, and is currently in possession of the ball. What can he do with the ball? He finds his teammate in the midfield with the one touch and he finds his fellow defender Zulu, Sianda Zulu, who sends it straight to Mudau. And game on in that encounter back to William. And it seems like South Africa are going all out to at least get the 3 points in this encounter.
Yeah, the trainer is still the first half. I'll fancy this first half ending 0-0. But it's more about South Africa coming all out now and trying to hold on to the ball and see if they can call out the Malians and drag them out of their comfort zone in this game. So let's see if all of those
And
is
that's
going
a
to work.
cross from South Africa. But Persitao couldn't get his
Enough.
desired teammate right. Look at that cross right there.
You know
Couldn't get the desired
one of the strong way a serious team in a competition is the goalkeeper. When you have a good goalkeeper, everything is actually going to work in line and look up smooth for you. Look at the trust the players have with the goalkeeper. You know that looking at Williams and looking at Jugu in this game, you know that it's going to take something special to beat them in this encounter. You look at their response. Look at how Jugu came out there to save Smiley of those blushes almost caused by the midfielder some minutes ago. And look at that save from him there. It shows that they have a capable goalkeeper at the back also for them.
So is William back in possession of the ball? That attack from Mali was easily dealt with South African goal defenders right there. And it's South Africans who set that pass forward and he touched
That should
that
be a yellow card.
one.
That should be a yellow
But
card.
the referee has spotted an infringement and it's a yellow card to that Malian defender, Koyate.
Right now, we have the two center backs on
On
the
yellow
yellow
card.
card, exactly where South Africa wants them right now.
Yeah.
And you're looking at Pesitao, this is a player who has space, and your two center backs are having yellow card. They have to be careful going into tackles right now. You have Tembi up front there, another prolific striker. Against the run of play, they have to be careful. When Pau is on his run, or when what's it called, when Tembi is on his run, it's really going to be a problem for them right now in countering that. And let's see how they'll get into it. How they want to keep playing for the next 45 minutes with their two center backs on the yellow card.
And
It's so really it will be really surprising to see.
Yeah, it will be surprising to see. And we know Timber Zwane right there, the Memolodi attacker right there, can be really, really dangerous in front of goal. So is that left back Modiba, Obre Modiba right there, who is about to take that free kick. What does it do? He places it into the box. And it went way off target. It seems he wants to aim at goal.
Yeah, I think he was aiming at goal, direct at goal there, but unfortunately that couldn't get close to it as it went straight to the back of the net. But I think the goalkeeper also got that covered very well.
Yeah, got covered very well. So it's going to be a goal kick to Mali. 44th minute of that encounter. This first half, fireworks has not breaking out. There has been no goal celebration yet. The only option we had was that penalty from Persitao, who lost that penalty successfully. And it was a terrible attempt from him. But hey, it's football. Anything can happen. It's Mali trying to go on the attack right there. Who finds that guy on the left-hand side of the attack? Who finds his teammate into the box? And there was a loose ball right there, and William was there to the rescue. And just that one, the captain of the South African national team. So Williams finds that defender Vala, and who finds Modiba. Modiba back to Vala, and right there, South Africa trying to build from the defense. We just hope they don't spew another one like that one that the goalkeeper came to the rescue. So it's throwing to South Africa. 45th minute of that encounter. We're still waiting for the number of additional minutes in this first half that the referee had, especially with the VAR check.
It's just 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes. And additional 2 minutes, there was no
there was no cooling break, so I don't think there's any point now playing about 5 minutes. But it has really been a great first half. And if you look at the other games today, you see that it was games that we had to wait till the dying embers late into that game before we saw goals in it. The game between Burkina Faso, it took them up to 88 minutes before Bernard Traore could get them that goal. And the game between Namibia and Tunisia also
Yeah.
got late into that game before Namibia could get that
Good,
game. So I
good.
think it's very much important for these two teams not to take their feet off the pedal in this encounter, because one slip off it, and when you think oh, we've got this sorted. But I think one point in this game is actually going to be a good result for both teams also.
And we've seen 20 goals right there at the Ivory Coast AFCon so far. And we hope we'll see. And that's Malian
Oh,
player right there
Well saved
with
there.
that good attempt. But William was there to save South Africa from going down 1-0. So the two teams have had a very good chance. But hey, they
And that
spilled it.
was even against the run of play, and that was a lucky one for Mali, which I think they should have taken. They made was miscalculation there between the two defenders. Two of them were very close to each other, and they almost cost their goalkeeper that blushes. Really, really happy, really good one for Williams to actually rushed out to that, and it's showing why he's the captain of the national of the team. I think we are starting to see the dying embers of rushes from both team right now. As South Africa, Mali, who has really looked a bit quiet going up front, have been the one in this additional time attacking immensely against South Africa. Let's just see if South Africa can hold on to that pressure for the remaining 1 minute of this first half.
Yeah, it's corner kick to Mali at the last minute of additional time right there. So let's see if Mali can do something special in this encounter. You can see pressure mounting up from the coaches of those national teams. The Malian coach is right there looking under pressure. And that free corner kick comes into the box. But Williams
wow.
came out and to the rescue and takes that one easily. And the referee says it's halftime in that game between Mali and South Africa.
Wow.
So it's halftime, Mali nil, South Africa nil. Let me start with Solomon. Your thoughts on the first half so far?
Oh, what a mind-blowing first half. Has been an exciting first half. End-to-end football for both sides. These are the kind of African. The whole match is played today. If you watch them, they are the intensity of the matches are high and well competed for. Most of the look at it, this very match that's ending first half draw. The three matches today ended first half draw. There was no goal recorded in the first half in the three matches, and in the second half they got one goal. Probably that's what was going to happen here today against Mali South African game here. I just hope that we'll begin to get more than one goals in the AFCON. But we know in African football, they don't score much goal, but gradually we are getting to where we begin to score more goals. Yeah.
Yeah, so Shagun, your own take
Well,
on the
great
first
first half, great tactical game, great, brilliant first half from both team. I have to give it to the both managers in this encounter. They really came into this game with a well planned structure game plan, which we've really seen in this first half. They took it to each other, and the defense were very much grilled. And you can see it in them how much opportunities they've been able to. It has really been less errors from the two defenders, and you have to look at the goalkeeper. You have to appreciate the work they did in the first half. They've actually been one of the saving graces for their team in this encounter. Really, really great first half. I just hope the second half will still live up to the same expectations. There are some games that you might not even see a goal, but you actually be so happy to witness the beauty of it.
Yeah, so there are some games you don't see those goals. And you'll be glad that actually you saw those visuals right there. So Juventus game just restarted. It's Juventus leading that one 2-0. Now back to the game between Mali and South Africa. Before this game started, let me stick with Shegun. Who were you thinking would have taken the day in this
Well,
game?
I knew it was going to be a tactical game coming into this game. I think it was one of the things I said that at the end of the day, it might actually end in a full-time draw between both teams. And I'm still standing on that. If there's going to actually be a winner in this game, then it's going to take something brilliant or a mistake for a goal to come in this encounter. But I'll stick with it ending as a full-time draw.
Yeah, so what about you,
Now,
sir?
coming to this game, it was against odd for South Africa to win, but I'm actually giving it to a South African to win this match. South Africa had an odd of 3 point something odd, and Mali had 2 point something odd to win, so it was against South Africa. But when I look at the way South African play, sometimes I like their style of football, but they just need to add some more. They need to be more tactical than what they are. So, but I give it to them to win in this encounter.
Yeah, so you can hear the guys right there, Shagun tilting towards the draw, and Solomon tilting towards South Africa right there. So it's game on in that encounter at half time. Is Mali nil, South Africa nil. Promises to be exciting, mind-blowing, explosive. Don't go nowhere. We'll still be here with you. Now, looking at the way the game has turned out in the first half, stay with you, Solomon. What do you think the Malian coach should be doing right now?
Well, I think to me, his formation is still not bad, all that bad. It's just to continue with what they are doing, but to be more determined. It's like these days is determination that wins football. If you see players who are so determined to win a game, that's why you see this those the so-called underdogs, win matches or draw matches because the determination they come with is higher than those big names. For them to be more determined, to get that victory.
So, Shagun, what do you think Mali?
Well, I think they saw their error in the first 3 minutes of this game and they rightly corrected it. That was about Bissouma playing in the number 10 position, which really made at first the midfield battle was actually South Africa winning all the duels and all the battles in the middle of the pitch. But immediately Bissouma was restricted back into the defensive midfield pairing to try and dictate passes or dictate the midfield from the days of the midfield. It has really worked the magic for Mali in the first half. I think he really needs to keep it that way and go into the second half. The attackers have really been quiet in the first half. We've not really seen them engage the South African defenders, just like unlike the way we've seen Pesitao and Tembi, sorry, distract and cause a lot of confusion for the Malians defenders. You can see the two centre backs of Mali getting yellow card over the two attackers of South Africa, but we've not really seen that happen from the Malians of attackers, trying to put or cause confusion or putting the South African defenders on their toes or in a difficult situation. We've not really seen that from the attackers. It has just been the midfielders who has been the saving grace for Mali in this encounter. He needs to just bring or try to talk to his attackers. They need to go direct against the South Africans in the second half. It's very much important for them.
Yeah, they need to go direct. But in my thoughts, I think Malians need to increase the number of bodies up front because they've been playing too defensive in this first.
Well, it's not like they're
playing seven
men
you have to play.
You have to play to your strengths. If we're talking about them playing 7 men behind the ball, I think where they actually put a lot of bodies is the midfield. We're still having the four defenders who is still a four-line defensive line we're having in the Malians. It has been the midfield where they've actually put a lot of bodies to checkmate the runnings and the movement of the South African midfielders in this game, and that is where they really need to keep it tidy in this game. Adding more bodies up front is really going to put them in a lot of trouble because you have just Idera and what's it called them Bissouma doing the dirty works in the midfield. The anger hasn't really grown into this game. They need to take him away from the right wing or right midfield wing and put him in the center of that game where he will actually give up his better performance. I want to see him playing as the 10 for them. He's almost as good as Pesitao. If you watch him play for Al Ahly, he's one of the very best players for them. So they need to take advantage and utilize him to his strengths.
Yeah, so they need to utilize him to his strengths right there. Quick update. Juventus still leading in that encounter. 2 goals to nil. Those 2 goals were scored by Dusan Vlahovic. Wolves right there is down 2 goals to 1 to Brentford at home at that FA Cup replay. All City also leading away at Birmingham City. Bolton Luton still 1-1 for the 6 minutes of that encounter. Bristol City West Ham. West Ham is one man down, and Bristol is 1 goal up right there in that encounter. Eastleigh playing 1-1 right now against Newport County. So let's see if there will be a surprise package because it looks more like Bristol City is going to surprisingly uproot West Ham from the FA Cup. So we can see going to South Africa, starting with you, Solomon. Going to the West, South Africa has approached this game. They got a penalty, they lost it. What do you think the coach should be doing in preparation for the second half?
Well, they've actually done well. Missing the penalty any player can miss a penalty, so it's not a big deal. Percy Powell, I think, looking at it, despite the fact he missed that penalty, still stand as one of the players who has actually played very well in this encounter. So I don't want to judge him by that penalty. Anybody can miss a penalty. So what the coach should be doing right now is for them to be more focused, continue what they are doing. The both sides are playing good football. Honestly, the both sides are playing good football. Continue with what you are doing, be more determined, and be more precise, and be more clinical when you get to the point of goal. And if they continue like this, with making use of the wings, just like South Africa doing, because right now they make use of the left wing and also make good use of the right wing. And by opening the defense of the Malians, then sometimes you see them try through the play. They want to go through the midfield to get. And so it's a beautiful formation for me. It's a beautiful style of play for South Africa. So they should just continue what they are doing and be more precise.
Yeah. So you heard Solomon right there that the South Africans need to be more precise. Before you hear Shegun thoughts, we went out and we heard the views of some of the fans on this game, and we are going to be playing it to you right there, and we'll see. You get to see and hear their own point of view before we now come back later for Shegun's view. Then we start off with the second half. Stay with us.
All right now I'm here with Saeed. He's from Benin Republic of Africa, and I'm here with Magic. He named him Magic. If you touch ball like this, if they touch and they need to see him, invisible magic. And we they talk about the AFCON where they go on. And first of all, we can start with Saeed from Benin. Saeed, your country no come AFCON this season. You they happy?
I dey happy.
Okay, now we see as they go. 24 African countries, one can compete for one AFCON. Now, if you just tell me the five big African countries where we look up to say, these people they go do well for this AFCON.
Yes.
Call them, and hear them. Algeria 1. Egypt 2. Tunisia 3.
Maybe Nigeria can try.
Nigeria, maybe no confidence. Now maybe
yes.
no confidence. Yes. All right.
I remain one country.
Remain one, yeah.
Yes, Senegal.
All right, Magic, what about you?
Number 1, Nigeria.
This guy is patriotic.
Nigeria.
Nigeria number 1, okay.
Mali.
Mali, wow.
Number 3, Cape Verde.
Cape Verde, wow.
Guinea-Bissau.
Wow. You see, Magic, you are the first person that I've just called some countries they call underdog. Countries like Cape Verde, you call Guinea-Bissau and the rest of them. Maybe you have watched the football, you are a footballer, and I know when somebody plays. That's a good one. I love that so much. And what if I say, okay, let me start with Saeed from Benin. The big African countries, players, if you call like 3 names, where we say, these African players and they shine, both in their own club and in Africa. Where we say they will do well.
Talk about
Egypt, that is Musala. That is who from Nigeria, the player, Osimhen, and then Algeria, that Marex. Okay, so I'm not calling him. You say now Musala, Osimhen, and Marex. You your African best top players for your side. Osimhen, Baba.
Let's just go to
Aju from Ghana. Wow. Mohamed Salah, Musala everywhere, Musala. Okay, now today, Nigeria next match now against Cote d'Ivoire. What is your prediction?
Well, the match is very tough.
Yeah.
Because we play against host country.
Yeah.
We play against supporting this club here and the country also. The game is very hard for Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah.
The game is maybe if Nigeria can play well.
Draw. Wow. Maybe I think they play well. They play, bro.
You know why I said maybe we play draw?
Okay.
Because you want to play against
Host country. Yeah, and the crowd.
You know that if you want to play against
Nigeria no
host
fit.
country,
Nigeria
you
no
want to play
Nigeria no fit comot for the
team.
group.
Yeah.
No,
Assuming
that one
that
come on
you want to go and fight war.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You are three.
As
You
one
want to
week
go and
ago.
fight
I
one
think
state.
who won beat them.
Wow.
How come you can't win the game?
Just
Nah,
better striker, no.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Very hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
many
need
of
to- Nigeria
them,
just
most of
need-
all,
Nigeria
all of
need
them, they are
to
playing in
play.
international country.
You understand?
Okay.
They need to pray.
Even if
Because if Nigeria can
Nah.
play well,
Yeah.
they will play.
home-based player,
Wow.
those
They will
guys,
play against
because
But
they
the
want
one-
outside, they want ginger,
play
they
against-
want say themselves now, they want
Yeah.
promote
Referees.
referee.
Yeah.
To me,
Well,
I
this one
don't
already
see
make
the
name.
Junior.
you don't already mix name.
Oh. All right, you don't hear Said from Benin. Just talk am as they do am. As they do am now, they explain am for us. So
Even if
say
it's
go hard
not,
Nigeria
they're
need
talking
to
outside.
pray very well. So he said the best. He said if Nigeria play well, hey, this grammar he touch my bone. That's if they play well, they will get draw. So if they don't come play well, now so go to Lord, don't go give them. All right, Magic. What be your prediction? What be your own prediction for that match?
Well, my prediction are 2-1.
In favor of.
Nigeria is winning.
Wow. You get hope, you get confidence.
Yes, I get confidence and I believe I trust the process.
Wow. You see, Magic no give up, Magic still believe in Nigeria, say they go fit beat Cote d'Ivoire. All right, just sharp. Your prediction, Tunisia versus Namibia today.
But today's match is 2-1.
2-1 in favor of
Tunisia.
you,
1-0
in favor of.
Tunisia.
All right. Mali, South Africa today. Mali to beat South Africa. Scores 2-1. And you?
3-1.
3-1. Wow. In favor of Mali to beat South Africa.
Yes.
We talk there today. Anyway. All right. Finally.
South Africa will
I want you to tell me the country, predict the country that's going to win this AFCON 2023-2024 season.
Number 1.
Just one person this time around. Because if you get it, this one they come with prize, they come with award if you get them. At the end of the day, you drop your subscribe, get your number. We'll get back to you.
I understand. You know, when the competition starts,
Normal.
Yeah.
you should have this
No, we have everything. Everything there for
The
for
competition.
write everything down
for me.
and follow up.
I support Nigeria.
Algeria.
They come here
Okay,
again,
you don't hear Said from Benin. He said that Algeria will win this AFCON this season. And Magic, what about you?
Nigeria, we are winning.
Magic get home, we get positive mind, and it's a patriotic Nigerian. So thank you very much for granting us this interview. We just hope your prediction come true. Said from Benin. Merci beaucoup.
Son number 1.
Yeah. After 10 minutes, I'm going to have my
Start front. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, you're welcome back. Still your host, Afalaya DME, and the guys are still in the studio. Mali, South Africa has restarted the second half, and there's still nil. Mali nil, South Africa nil. Nothing much to talk about that much from the second half because there's been no really that clear cut chance at the 48th minute of that kind of, but that run from that Malian player just before the follow up shot went way off target. Even if you extend that post 3 times, it still won't get right to it. So, a quick update from the FA Cup replay happening today. Wolves has equalized against Brentford. It's now Wolves 2, Brentford 2. Birmingham City nil, Hull City 1. And Bolton 1, Luton Town 1. Luton Town has a big chance. And Bristol City still leading West Ham 1-0. Then Isla trailing 2-1 to Newport at home. So it's back to that game in and Ivory Coast right there at the Koulibaly Stadium. It's Mali attacking and with a good chance to drop that pass. And oh my goodness!
The Idera.
Wasted that effort. And that was a big chance
Oh,
for
that
Mali.
was a big chance for Mali. And just at the start of the second half, look at how the pattern.
Look at that drop.
They actually parted the defense of South Africa, and that was a good pass to Idara. But he couldn't just keep that shot down. He went for placement, and the power on that was just too much for the RB Leipzig midfielder. But good one that we are starting to see chances being created in the second half. This was what we didn't really see in the first half. It was really hard for Mali to find a way to pattern the defense of South Africa. But earlier on in the second half, we've seen them pass it once. And let's see if they can do it the second time and take their chances.
So it's Mali back in possession of the ball. Let's see now. I told the viewers, your take on South Africa, what they should be doing this second half.
Well, I think looking at the first half, the way the first half went, it was really good for South Africa. We've seen them started the second half without making any substitution, which shows that the starting 11 is still a strong one, and you don't really change up a team that is going forward or a team that is doing good or doing better. You don't really need to change anything. You just need to come back into this game and look stronger over over Mali. Couple of times they've actually parted the defense of Mali in this encounter, and they forced the Mali centre backs into getting yellow card in the first half, which is to their own advantage. Because coming into the second half, the Malian defenders will really be careful. And they have players up front. You have Tendi, you have Pesita up front. These are players who are full of runnings, and they can be dangerous any day. And it takes just one shot for South Africa to close the whole of the office.
And William placed that long one forward to find his teammates right there, but Idiara was there to clear any danger right there. So it's going to be thrown to South Africa with the right back. Mudau takes very quickly and gets that follow-up pass and sets it forward. South Africa, they're trying to attack with the ball, but they lost possession to Mali right there. And the Idara right there was fouled, and the referee says it's going to be free kick. No, that was Bissouma that was fouled, and it's going to be free kick to Mali at the 52nd minute of that encounter. So it's still Mali nil, South Africa nil. Can they do something special in this moment in that game? Is only left to be seen, and so it's going to be a free kick that is going to be taken by Diarra, the Malian goalkeeper, who takes a long one forward to that his teammate, but they headed out by that South African defender that was now intercepted play, but it's back to Cameroon. Bissouma find that defender, and it's just a quick one touch around in that midfield position for Mali, touching around with the ball. And let's see, that's a long pass straight forward. What can he do with it? But it goes straight to William. William takes that one easily. And look, you just have to talk about the impact Koita is beginning to have in this second
Yeah,
half.
unlike the first half when it was quiet up front.
Yeah.
We said that during the breakdown. How Mali strikers have been quiet in the first half. They didn't really cause some problem for the South Africans defenders. But the second half, we see Koita trying to part the defense with a lot of good runnings, which is really good for them in the second half. Let's see how much they can make use of his impact. It's not necessarily his scores, but you make good use of your hold up play to cause a lot of troubles for the South African defenders. So let's see how much he gets into this game. But it's looking like a second half whereby he's going to enjoy his game of football.
Yeah, it looks like second half that is going to enjoy the game, and that's a long ball forward for South Africa. That Malian defender had to head that one out, and the follow-up long pass was intercepted by another South African player. South Africa trying to turn defense into attack, but hey, Mali is there to the task. It has been more or less a game has looked more like a wrestling in the midfield, with the two teams coming to the party, fighting for every balls, fighting for every area duels, and this Mali South Africa trying to attack with the ball via the left back, and he plays that cross into the box, and the follow-up shot was blocked. And hey, that was a good chance for South Africa, but it was well blocked by the defense right there. And it's game on in that encounter. It looks like the two teams, their defense are ready for this action, Solomon.
Yeah, the defense are very, very, very solid. You know, it's just probably going to be a defensive error. You know, these Africans sometimes, or maybe wrong mentality of approaching ball. You know, sometimes these African players, and not only African players, even in the Europe, you see that such thing happen. You know, maybe just do one rough thing in the team box or 16 box, you get a penalty, or a defensive error. With the ones is playing, the two teams are compacted. You know, it's a compact match and it's a balanced match.
Yeah, that's a long ball forward, but hey, that Malian attacker couldn't chase that one. Sekou Koita right there. Couldn't chase that one, but it's going to be a throw in to Madao, that South African player right there. Let's see if they can do something special with that. But it seems what's going on the field of play right there?
Actually, there's an infringement. It's going to be a free kick to Mali.
It's going to be a free kick to Mali right there. You can see Bissouma and that teammate right there.
They were teammates. I could see him pushing up Pesital. I think they were teammates as Brighton when Pesital was told Brighton. That's that transfer that they really worked out for Pesital. Right now we can see Bissouma, who has really moved up the paddle right now, playing for Tottenham. And that experience, you can't really take it away from him. He has been one of the fantastic midfielder for Mali into this encounter. So we are approaching the 56th minute, and any moment from now, we're entering the 60th minute of this encounter. It's still 0-0.
And that's a free kick played into the box, but they couldn't get to any of those players. But still a follow-up cross into the box, but it was well blocked by that South African defender right there. And it's going to be a corner kick to Mali. 56th minute of this encounter. Can Mali do something special from this corner kick? Is only left to be seen. So let's see if Mali can draw the first blood from this corner kick. And does it look more or less like a game that Mali will draw the first blood?
Well, I think it's a tactical game. I'm saying Mali getting the first goal will actually be due to maybe a mistake.
And Mali takes that corner into the box. And he missed everybody. And there's going to be a goal kick to South Africa at this point in time.
Probably is going to take a mistake from the South African defenders for Mali to actually score, or a go off the run of play. Might just be it for Mali to get the first goal in this game. If there'll be a goal.
And there's a substitution in that game right there in the Koulibaly Stadium. And Koulibaly is coming in that Koulibaly Stadium.
And it's Bissouma
going
out. Wow. I just hope he's not injured, because taking Bissouma out in the 57th minute, that is actually a big call from the referee. I just hope he's not from the coach. Sorry, a big call from the coach. I just hope he's not destroying whatever he has really packaged from the first half with that substitution.
Yeah, so game on in that encounter. Bissouma has been withdrawn for Koulibaly. So Koulibaly will actually be playing in Koulibaly Stadium, and let's see what they can bring to the table. So is Mali going on the attack right there, and
That's too soft.
that's a free kick to Mali right there, and that's a yellow card.
Let's say that we can see the Malians, they're calling for a penalty there. They
Yeah,
feel like that. They
yeah,
felt like that was actually in the box
they
and not
felt that was
outside.
like in the
There's
box.
still there's a VR, so I don't think there needs to be
Yeah,
really.
the VR need to check because it's looking
Sinayoko
like
went down there.
more in the box. You
I
know,
think
so
he, I
Let's
think
see.
he threw himself in the box. That happened outside the box.
let's see the replay.
Let's see the replay.
That was the tackle.
That
So it
was
was
the
outside
Okay,
the
tackle
outside
box.
the
He
box.
threw himself inside the box.
Outside
Yeah,
the box.
that was
Bad tackle
outside the
from the
box.
box.
So it's going to be a free kick to Mali. Well called. Good call from the
And
referee.
you can see it on the second half. Both was it Koita and the number 22 are really pushing the South African defenders above limits right now, which they didn't really do in the first half. So it's really good now. At least they're forcing South Africans into making errors and getting carded. It's really going to reduce how much they go into tackle and create more openings for the Malians attackers in this game. I just hope one of these chances will fall to their hand and they'll be able to make good use of it.
Yeah, we hope they can make good use of it. Sianda Zulu, the confirmation of the yellow card he just got right there. So it's going to be a free kick to Mali at around 25 to 28 meters from the box. Let's see if Mali can convert this one. Bissouma is not on the field. Maybe he could have had a better attempt, but there are other guys too that should be able to do the needful. So the
Tasha,
ball has a form.
it's a free kick in a very
Very dangerous.
promising position.
Yeah. So let's see, can they do something special from this position? Yeah, standing behind it is that Malian player right there. And plays it.
Wow,
And
that is
it
the
is
goal! We have a first goal. And like I said, it's going to take something special out of the run of play for Mali to get the
My
first goal.
goodness. That was a well-struck free kick. Went for the crossbar, but there was a Malian player right there for the rebound. The Malian captain right there had to do the needful, and Traore right there got that one.
A good free kick there from was it Koita who took that free
Yeah,
kick? I think that was let's see who took that free kick. Sorry for Mali. That was a great free kick from that whoever takes that and he took that rightly. And that once seeing that free kick, I knew it was from a promising position and good response from the Malians after that ball hit the crossbar. And right there they got the first goal in this game. Really good one for them. That is justice. You utilize the chance. You see that chance and you take it. South Africa have themselves to blame. They saw good lot of chances in the first half. That was a good free kick. There was nothing the goalkeeper was going to do about that. I think the defender, it was Koita who took that free kick. That's Koita with that free kick. Great free kick from him there. And the response from the South African defenders was actually wrong. Probably they were thinking that was actually going to go out of the box or not threatening the goalkeeper. Because I don't know how you allow two Malians to run through your line after defending. Great goal for Mali. I just hope this is going to open the game and let us see more attacking threat from both teams.
And right now, South Africa will start ruining that penalty miss in the first half.
Well, I think it's part of game of football. They've seen a lot of good chances after losing that penalty, but they didn't really take it. Let's just see how they now come back into this game. That big comeback is very much important.
Yeah, so that big comeback is important in that one. Is William who sets that long one forward, finds Percy Tau, who lost possession of the ball right there. It's going to be a throw in to Mali right there. 62nd minute of that encounter. So it's now Mali 1, South Africa new. There's a yellow card to Mvala. That's the confirmation on our screens right there. So it's going to be free kick to that South African right there again. And let's see Mudao, if South Africa can actually come back into this encounter. Now, Solomon, looking at the way the game is panning out, would you say that deservedly Mali is taking the day?
But yet, we still have a lot of time to play in this encounter. This is Second minute, we have up to 28 minutes to play, including additional time. We'll be talking about 30 something minutes. But so far, so good. A good one for the coach because immediately substitute Bissouma. A lot of football lovers, those who like big names, would have shouted, why would we, why? But we are seeing the result now.
That's
You know,
not the effect.
before,
That's not the effect.
you know, it's part of it now. It's part of it. It's part of it. So it's part of it
No,
because there is
I
a
don't
goal
see-
here.
I don't see
Because
the
there was
risk.
at a point in time, if you watch, there was this argument between Bissouma and one of the strikers.
There was no argument. There
There
was.
was.
That was him and Idera before he went out.
Yeah.
It was discussion, not argument.
So probably there was something. There was something there, and that was because he was not injured before he was substituted. He was not
we
injured.
can't really say. He might have a knock. Because
So-
taking out Bizoma in a game of football, you don't really expect those kind of things to happen in a game of football. He's a big name in the Malian national team, and not one of those players you can actually look out and say you want to take out in the first 50 to 60 minutes.
And
of
that's
the
South
game.
Africa on the attack right there, running into the box, running that place, that low cross right there. But that Malian defender was up to the task and defended that one with all his strength. And there's still South Africa attacking with the ball. And that's a shot, but that shot went way off target. So it's going to be a goal kick. That shot from Evidence Makova right there. And he couldn't get that shot on target. And it's going to be a goal kick to Mali at the 60 the 65th minute of that encounter right in the Koulibaly Stadium in Ivory Coast. So this game on in that encounter, Mali 1, South Africa 0. So looking at the way it's going, Shego, do you see South Africa coming back into this?
Well, I think right now it's going to take. They've put themselves in a lot of trouble against Mali because right now they will have to attack very much against them, and the attack that wasn't really there, wasn't really working when it was up 0-0. You can look at the Mali midfield; it's a solid midfield that it's really hard for the for the South Africans to break. Yes, in the first half we are thinking of them defending with 7 man. If you look at how much they chase the ball in the other final third of their opponent, in the attacking third, you see them attacking the ball with about 5 men also up front. So it has really been a game in that midfield. The midfielders has been highly utilized by the Malians, which is making it really hard for the South Africans to get into those games. See Pesitao in the second half, he hasn't really been enjoying those chances of those creative opposition for him in this game, whereby he can utilize the space. They've not really given him that chance to see those kind of opportunities, which is really good and shows how tight the Malians have been in the midfield. Great game from them. It's going to take a lot of big movement for South Africa to come back into this game. I think Bruce should be looking onto his bench and see if he has a winger or a striker that can also come into this game. They need more bodies up front right now.
Yeah, so South Africa needs more bodies up front, trying to push the game and take it to Mali. And Solomon, looking at the way Mali taking the leading already, and we've seen, and that's an attack from Mali
Second
right
goal.
there.
That
And
is
it's
the
a
second goal.
goal. Mali just made it through. The goal was scored by Lassine Sinayoko. And it's Mali 2, South Africa 0. Oh my goodness. It seems Mali is almost woman dry.
Yeah, it's looking like they're over dry, and it's looking like a deserved game for them in the second half. Looking at how they came into this game, the approach to the game in the second half, right from the early embers of the second half, they've taken the game to the South Africans, and they've kept South Africans at bay. They found out that the midfield was really working for them. Right now, let's just move the attack and try to create passes in between the South Africans defenders. What they couldn't get in the first half, they've done it with ease in the second half.
Yeah, so what they couldn't get in the first half. And you just have to talk about the tactical brilliance of the coach. It's most likely one of the factors that has influenced this game.
Yeah, no doubt. The manager has really influenced this game, and that is why seeing that first half ending 0-0, it looks like a game whereby he just came into it. Let's just keep them at bay in the first half.
And look at that defending. That was terrible defending.
That was terrible defending.
He went for the body instead of the ball.
No,
And
he went for the
he's
player.
I think
He's
even on a yellow card. He went for the body. He
Instead
wanted
of
to
the ball.
body check the player out of the way. looking at him that he's on the yellow card, but I think the player, this goal scorer, was actually wise and actually knew he was going to come with that something a tactics like that. And he actually made himself very big for him to actually bully. He made himself big so he won't be able to be bullied by the South African number 5, which actually left him placed him free on a good run against William there. And with a great goal from him, there, a good goal for him, and that is how you play football. It's not really about you dominating, but see your chance and utilize it.
Yeah, you need to take your chances. Uh, One team that comes to mind that doesn't really take chances has to be Chelsea Football Club from last season. And they will learn from that. So South Africa too, they failed to take their penalty chance in the first half, and they're actually trailing 2 goals to nil. So far, so good. It seems now it looks like the coach has been justified for taking out Bissouma.
Well,
Uh,
I really want to know why he took out Bizuma because I've not really seen the direct influence of Koulibaly in this encounter. So it has really been. I think that pass was that's the first splitting pass there was from Egara up front.
yeah, but
But it has actually,
they've been playing better since Bissouma.
They were not bad in the first half.
They
I don't
were
really think
they
were
were
bad.
not this good.
They were not bad in the first half, and before Bizuma also went out, it's not like they were bad. Because there's another chance for them.
And that's another chance, but hey, he was easily dispossessed by that South African player. Sinayoko was dispossessed from getting his second goal of this encounter. So far, so good. It's been an exciting game so far. And oh, we've seen a beautiful 22 goals
What's that?
in the
What's
AFCon
that?
right here. This AFCon. So far, so good. Goals,
And
goals,
to even
goals.
think right now is really getting hard for South Africans because they are really finding it hard to hold on to the ball. They are finding it hard to get themselves on the passing position. They are finding it hard to get their attackers into play, which shows how tactical the coach of Mali has been in this encounter. The boys are full of runnings. They are never tired of running against the South Africans, which is really causing a lot of confusion for them up front.
So 70th minute of this encounter, Mali 2, South Africa 0 in that group E encounter. And earlier in that group, Namibia defeated Tunisia 1 goal to 0. So if it ends like this, that means Mali will be topping the group. It's Mali going on the attack right there. And what can they do with the boy? Plays with a quick soft touch to his teammate right there. Mali looking more comfortable and relaxed, passing the ball around in the midfield. And they will want to try to fancy their chances if they can score one
Yeah,
more
it's looking
goal.
like if there'll be another goal in this game, it might just be Mali getting it because they've been everywhere. They've been all over South Africa since the start of the second half, which is really good for them. Let's see if they can utilize one more chance because at 2-0, you can't really say the game is over. Just one goal might just pour the South Africans back into this encounter.
So you can join this conversation via live chat. Let us know what you think. And that was a good shot from that Malian attacker right there. But William was there to the rescue. He took that one and took it easily.
No,
So
not Koita.
that's
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly that came in
Yeah,
for Bissouma. So it's game on in that encounter. Mali leading 2 goals to 0. 72nd minute of that game already. So it's Mali leading 2 goals to 0 against South Africa. It's been a very, very interesting fixture, and South Africa on the attack, trying in the Malians final third, cut into the box, place it out, but that cross was blocked off by that Malian defender, Nia Kate, who has been on yellow card since first half, and South Africa taking the game to Mali again, passing the ball around the box of the Malians, and let's see, run into the box again, cuts back, and that was blocked off for another corner kick to South Africa at this point in time. Maseko runs to that spot, that corner kick spot, and wants to take that one as soon as possible. Let's see, will South Africa be able to do something special from all these attempts coming their way? Will they be able to come back into this game? So far, so good for Mali, not so good for South Africa. And stuff that corner comes into the box. The header goes way off target, and the referee says it's going to be goal kick to Mali at this point in time.
Well, I
Shegun.
think Bruce needs to look onto his bench right now and try to bring and introduce fresh legs into this game and new dimension and new philosophy or way of thinking into this encounter. They need new way of to play or to go against South Africa. Right now, everything is not really working in their favor. Okay, I think this right now they're making
And there's
double
going to be a
substitution.
double substitution for South Africa.
Mm.
That striker is being withdrawn. Evidence is being withdrawn right now. It's been withdrawn for Zakele Lepasa, the South African. And the second substitution right there is Timba Zwane is been withdrawn
Well,
in
really,
this
really
encounter.
disappointing game from Timber today
Yeah,
because looking at a player of his own standard and what it brings to the encounter, what it brings to the South African national
yeah,
team,
yeah.
he has actually been quiet into this fixture. So let's see if this two new substitution can actually
And you look at it, South Africans will be expecting more from
yeah,
Timba.
they will expect more from Timber. And even Pesitao has really been disappointing in this encounter.
Disappointing, yeah, and
Right in
lost
the
that
first half, we saw
penalty.
them try to put him in a lot of scoring positions, but it was not just working for him in the first half. And they did take a lot of that. They had the chances of scoring in the first half. They didn't take any of it until South Africa got to sorry, Mali got 2 goals in the second half. So it's really South Africa undoing themselves in this game. Let's just see if they can salvage something in this game with those two new substitutions, and let's see if they can bring in something new, fresh, and new idea into this game for the South Africans because they are lost of ideas right now.
Yeah, lost of ideas, but Chiesa is not lost of any ideas. A lot of ideas has come to his head. He has made it three for Juventus in that encounter. So it's Chiesa who just scored the third goal in that encounter. And it's Juventus 3, Sassuolo nil in that game. Back to the game between Mali and South Africa. South Africa trying to build from defense into attack and trying to see if they can do something special in this game. Maybe they can be able to come back into this fixture. And the other right there trying to start the wasting timer
Well, I
package.
don't think
Right?
it's not. They are not in a rush. Not 2-0 up at 75 minutes with 15 more minutes to go. I think they'll be interested in wasting every available time they can waste in the remaining game, many minutes of this encounter.
And Solomon,
Hmm.
about South Africa trying to come back into this game. What do you think the coach should be looking at doing?
Well, what they should be doing right now is like if you're looking at the match, it's like the Malians have actually overshadowed the midfield and the defense. You understand? So it's becoming so difficult. If you look at it, very difficult for the South African to get into the team box.
Very difficult for them to hold on to the
Yeah, to hold on to the ball to get into the team box. So that is a major problem for them. They like playing flowing football. The South African they play flowing football, but I think at a point in time whereby you need to change that tactics when it's not working for you. That tactics now is not working. They can't flow
So
easily.
what do you think they should be
Well, now what they need somebody who can hold up to the ball, and at this they can have this, like tiki taka style, bam bam bam. This I don't know how to describe it. This tiki taka style of football, touch and get into that hitting box because their passes are not even accurate. That's another thing.
and Shegun, we know that South Africa is one of the best leagues in Africa. And looking at it, it's not really transcending into their national team. Are we saying they lack abundance of talent?
No,
Or
when it
what
comes
do
to
you think is
when
the
it comes to
problem?
talent, the talent is there. But when it comes to national team, it's a different ball game.
Okay.
That is where the difference is. You need a mix of what's it called, the local league, and well, that should be a yellow card. If that is not going to be matching order in this game right now.
And
Zulu
Zulu
to a yellow card here. I think
is
it's
not.
not a yellow card before.
Uh, so
Okay, I think that is his first yellow card.
that's his
I think at a
first
point we saw him getting a yellow card in this encounter, or maybe it
Sianda
was a
Zulu.
mistake when they wrote his name with that yellow card. Okay, I'm coming into it because it's always a different ball game. You need the experience you need a mix of the what's called of the home based league and the foreign based players. And that brings me to the argument of not having MPFL players in the Super Eagles list. It's just something like this. I was saying it's always a different ball game when you look at the league and you look at what's it called, the
And
national
their
team.
battle is coming up for that Malian player who is being withdrawn at that 78th minute of that encounter.
They're still choking the midfield.
They
That
will
is
take it
where,
with
that's
them.
where they're choking. They're choking. I love the tactical awareness of the manager. I think there are some managers who will have preferred to choke the defense and try to defend more, but he is defending on the eye line in this encounter, which is really good for him. Not
And it saves
it's
them
not
a lot of
So
pressure.
they make it difficult for South Africa.
he's not opening himself for a lot to soak a lot of pressure in this game. Just do the dirty work right from the front, where in the middle center, in the middle of the pitch, and you look at how much they close down the South Africans in this game. They don't even give them lot of time to think on the ball. They don't give them those room to actually sprint passes with themselves, and it's causing a lot of confusion for the South Africans in this game. Pesitao has been lost to the second half.
And Pesitao has been lost according to Shegun in the second half. And that attacking press from South Africa was easily dealt with.
Let's Pesitao again.
Pesitao couldn't do the needful right there. And it's going to be a free kick
Against Pesitao.
against Pesitao in favor of South Africa, Mali right there. They are plays that long one forward and finds Malian goal, lost possession to the South African. Pesitao now with the ball right now tries to cut into the box, finds his teammate, and one thing most likely that will be running into through Pesitao mind is one of the persons responsible for this.
Well, I can't say, I don't want to say he's the only person. Okay,
I said
he's one of it. But I would say he's one of the is directly responsible for that due to that penalty being missed. After that penalty, it's not like South Africa has gotten a goal in this game, or the game is looking like a 2-1 victory for Mali. They've not really created any chance in the second half, and that is one of the reasons why they are where they are. So I won't really say I really thought that penalty being missed by Pesitao as why they are currently losing this game.
Yeah, so is Mali back in possession of the ball? Who sends that pass forward but was intercepted by that South African player right there? It's the game on in that encounter. The South Africa playing from left to right. 80th minute of this encounter with Mali playing from right to left. So it's going to be a free kick to South Africa. 81st minute of this encounter. You know, some teams we look at it, your team is losing and you're seated. The same way this,
No, it's not like it's not like he's comfortable, but he's lost of ideas. That's just it. Those two goals came in a rush or in a rush against his team. That was just what just cost them all with everything. And you look at the South Africans on the pitch, you see the disjointed, disunity in their build up play. There's no really confidence. There's no really holding on to the ball for them. It has really been
it's
Mali.
Mali who is going on the attack right there. Finds his teammate, pass the ball into the box, wants to get a 1-2, but hey, that was quick thinking marking from that South African guy.
It's still this long ball that is not working.
Yeah, it's not working like that.
If it's not working, then you devise another means.
Well, I just wish that Mali win the African Cup of Nations for the first time, because this is their 13th African Cup of Nations. They've got to the semi-final 6 times, but they have not won it. But South Africa has won it once in 1996 when they hosted it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish, with this kind of performance they have put up today, if they can manage it up to the semi-final for the first time, let them just win the African.
They won't play Senegal with this pattern. Senegal will take them to the cleanser with this pattern.
Yeah, so South Africa back in possession of the ball, the second minute of that encounter. Let's see if South Africa can actually come back into this one. It's an uphill task, but hey, when the going gets tough, only the tough gets going.
Look at how they line the
Look
midfield.
at the Pesitao who finds his teammate in the midfield. And it's South Africa trying to pass around and see if they can get this one right. And that's a run into the box.
Still a lot of bodies.
but it
Still
was
that.
blocked.
Yeah, I
You
know
see,
the winger they're playing from the left. He has been using one pattern that is not working for him. He's supposed to change. He always want to go deep into the left wing.
if he's not crossing out, if he's trying to dribble his way to take a bend, there's still a lot of bodies that will block him there. So that is the only way he can actually cross the ball into the box and just send it into no man's land and hope that probably a miskick from one of the Malians can cause
And
an
that's South
own goal.
Africa attacking with the ball. Let's see, can they do something special with it? Madua finds his midfielder, and there has been a quick one touch from South Africa right there. Let's see if they can do something special from this possession of the ball. And that pass meets that player. But hey, the cross he put into the box, there was no South African player to come and at least get a desired touch on it. So it's game on in that encounter. So it's Mali 2, South Africa 0. 84th minute, that cross comes into the box, but Diarra was up to the task. He had to come out and save his line, and I think he will be more interested
We'll see
in
more
getting
sweat
that
from Pesitao than his touches on the ball in this game.
No, you heard it right there from Shego right there. So, Juventus won that game 3 goals to nil. 2 goals from Dusan Vlahovic and Federico Chiesa, the Italian
What tactics was that?
So,
What is his hand?
That's how do we call it? The invisible hand. The hand of God. How do they call it? When Maradona scored.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy because right now it looks like they are out of ideas and they've put themselves in a situation that, oh, let us just believe that we've lost this game and let us prepare for the next match.
There's game on in that encounter. Mali trying to go on the attack right there. Can they do something special with it? He finds that right hand winger right there, trying to cut in and cross into the box. And that touch was under the shot, but went way across the face
Look at that carpet
of goal. Looking at this match, Shegun, it looks more like a game that's destined for Mali to win.
Yeah, it's a game destined for them to win. This second half, they've taken everything to South Africa and deservedly they are 2 goals up. You have to look at that young man, Aidara. He has really been impressive in the midfield for Mali in this game. What a big man he is. No wonder Manchester United were all over in the market for him last season. Unfortunately, that transfer couldn't go, but he's one of the engine room for what's it called for RB Leipzig in the league and in the Champions League, and he's one of the reasons why you see RB Leipzig doing good in the German Bundesliga and also in the Champions League. And he has actually brought that form into the Mali national team, and it has really worked for them today. He has been everywhere for the Mali in the Mali midfield, connecting the defense and the attack together, full of running up front and coming back. And right now we are seeing Mali bringing on 3 substitutions into this game, and it's looking like at this moment they are ready to kill the old tempo from the South Africans in this encounter. So let's see what they're going to make out of this last 5 minutes or 4 minutes to go in this game.
Now it's triple substitution from Mali, Sissoko Traore, and another player about to come up for Mali right there. Leading already 2 goals to nil at this point in time, 87th
Wow,
minute.
it's Koita also going out.
Yeah. So
like I said about Koita, I was like, it's not really about you scoring as a striker. It's not about you scoring a goal. That is not really the most important thing. Your hold-up play is also important, and that is what we have to give to Koita in this game. His hold-up play and his runs across the line, across the South African lines in the second half were actually top-notch, and it caused a lot of trouble for the South Africans in the second half.
So it caused a lot of troubles for South Africans. Sinayoko has been withdrawn from Nene, and the other guys too has come up to do the job for Mali right there. So it's Mali's game to lose right now, leading 2-0, and that run coming into the box, but was well dealt with by that South African defender right there. It looks more like, hey, it's game on for Mali, but hey, South Africa is about to lose all 3 points right there. And Solomon, is there any possibility with the way it's going for South Africa to come into this game?
No, there's no way again. It's like a game all over. Probably the worst they can get is to get a goal. I don't even. It's not the draw.
They're not even looking like getting a goal. I don't see them getting a goal because they are not taking that game to the Mali and stuff. They've looked rejected. They've looked disjointed in this game, which is really bad for South Africa. They need to start preparing for the next game, and going into the next game, they still have a chance to the group. It's still what's it called, Namibia and Tunisia, and don't forget they can still qualify even with 3 points. Maybe if they get 3 points against Namibia, but Namibia also has an advantage because Namibia will be going into a game against South Africa to try and see if they can get a draw against South Africa, which will put them up very close to making it to the round of 16.
So
So
there,
the disappointment continues for South Africa.
right there, it looks more like South Africa is going to be losing their first game in this AFCON right there. That's a long pass straight to that South Africa, which has to drop down the header. But for everything South Africa has thrown at Mali, Mali has had an answer to it. But hey, still Mali in possession of the ball right there. And they're trying to shoot the ball off, trying to play it off that player. But hey, the linesman says it's an infringement on that Malian player right there. So it's going to be free kick to Mali at the 89th minute of this encounter. Mali still leading 2-0. Don't forget, hey, is Mali coasting to glory? Just trying to run down the clock and take all 3 points in this Koulibaly Stadium. So it's that free kick was taken by Diawara, but was straight for a throw-in to South Africa. So 90th minute of that encounter, we are still waiting to see the number of additional minutes we have in this game, which most likely might not be more than 3 to 5 minutes because of the goal celebration. So 90th minute of the game, South Africa trying to attack to the ball, drop that pass down for that his teammate was trying to play a long pass forward for that attacker right there who is trying to turn around. But hey, finds his opponent, his teammate right there, trying to play with him, trying to build up again and see if they can actually break down that Malian defender. So it's 4 minutes additional time in this game so far. Is that justifiable?
Yeah, it's justifiable. I don't really think there's any reason for us to have much time in the second half. So 2 minutes at the end of the first half. I've not really seen VR checks in the second half. So I think 4 minutes is actually justifiable. That is the minimum minutes of the referee should be given in this game.
So 4 minutes, it's okay according to Shegu. Solomon, did you share in the same sense?
Yeah. 4 minutes. There's no, apart from the celebration, no moment of injuries. Yeah.
So you can join this conversation on our live chat. Let's know what you think, what you feel at this point in time. And it promises to be exciting, mind-blowing, explosive in this AFCON. Other fixtures will still come up. And you don't want to miss any one of it. Is Mali going on the attack right there? And he tries to drop that pass. But that South African player was right there to do justice to that. Tomorrow we'll be having 2 fixtures for tomorrow. It will be Morocco hosting Tanzania at 6 p.m. and DR Congo. I said Morocco hosting Tanzania. Morocco playing against Tanzania 6 p.m. and DR Congo against Zambia. All fixtures will be at Ivory Coast, the host of this AFCON right there. And it has been an AFCON that it looks more like the goal record of the last AFCON will be broken.
Yeah, I think the goals of last AFCON will surely be broken, and we don't really have much Morocco. I think we had
100 goals.
100 goals at
100
last
goals,
one.
yeah.
2019 was where the record was broken, with, where we had 103 or 104, if I'm not mistaken. And so I think looking at the number of goals we've seen in the first games,
Yeah.
and still having two more games
And
to
we've
go.
had 22 goals
22
already.
goals already, and still having two more games tomorrow. And don't forget, Morocco is a high scoring side. And we also have DR Congo against Zambia, which promises to be another tactical game. And DR Congo can be another dangerous team on their all day. So tomorrow, I'm still expecting probably like 4 goals tomorrow to add to this 22, which makes it 26 on the first day, on the first of match day one, which shows that it's a big improvement in the African football.
And many of the big guns has been goal shy, maybe just managing to score one goal in this tournament. Most likely in their second game, we might be seeing more goals from them, at least doing their background job very well.
Well, let's just hope, because this is just the first game, and that is why we are seeing some of this type of results. And I just hope it continues like this going into the second game. If you are not prepared to play your game and bring your A game, you'll actually be losing games like this.
Yeah, that's yellow card to Koulibaly right there on that tackle on that South African player right there, who has been present in this game so far. Teboho Mokoena right there, the number 4 for South Africa. So it's going to be a free kick to South Africa at I think that should be around 35 meters or thereabout. So let's see what South Africa can do from this distance. So it
The
stands,
Summers is scored from that distance.
and that's the last minute of additional. Plays it straight.
Oh,
And
that
it
went
went
that
straight
crash.
for
That
the
was
woodwork. Oh my goodness. And that was almost going into the net. And still South Africa trying to
What's
play
this?
It
forward,
was
but
supposed to be
hey,
one touch.
that was the wrong pass.
You're just supposed to
And
touch it one.
that was easily cleared by the Malian defender right there. And already 4 minutes already played. And let's see if anytime from now the referee will end that game. Cross that ball back into the box. But the referee says the game is already out of play, so it's going to be a goal kick to Mali. Really frustrating times for South Africa.
Yeah, so frustrating time for South Africa, and you can see the disbelief of the manager. Hugo Bruce is not really believing that they are going to lose. They are losing this game 2-0. It took just two minutes, or just two moments of brilliance. Sorry, took moments of brilliance from Mali in this game, and they got
And
two
that's
goals.
the
And that
final
is just
whistle
it.
right there. The referee says enough of action. Mali taking this one 2-0 right there. Starting from Solomon, your final take on
A
this.
final good result for Mali. They deserve it. They played very well. They were consistent in the playing. So that South African also played very well in the first half. And towards the halfway going to the second half, they were not too consistent with what they started, and the Malian took advantage of it. They changed the face of the game, and they got 2 goals, and the 2 goals was enough to separate the two sides, and the maximum 3 points for Mali. I think this is one of the. I think this so far the highest victory in this AFCON is 3-0 from Senegal, and now we've gotten 2-0 Cote d'Ivoire and Mali. So we expect to see more of it in the AFCON. So congratulations to Mali.
And Shagun.
Well, congratulations to Mali. It was actually a tactical game from the first half, and they actually took the game to each other. And the manager with the tactical brilliance and dominated and got 2 goals in this game, which is really great for them. There's still more games to go. There's still 2 more games to go. So 2 more games for South Africa to still keep themselves into this competition. And this group, like we predicted before the start of the competition, to be one of the hardest group, is already proving itself.
So Tanzania will be playing against Morocco tomorrow in the tomorrow fixtures, and the other game will be DR Congo playing against Zambia. So Morocco, Tanzania 6 p.m. DR Congo, Zambia 9 p.m. fixture. So that's the much we can take today for our watch along edition. Thank you guys for joining us
It's a pleasure.
for the show today. And my name is Apolan Adeyemi. We hope you join us again. Promises to be exciting, man. Don't go nowhere. Promises to be an exciting AFCON. And don't forget, you can only fail if you stop trying. So don't give up on your dreams until they become a reality. You can touch and feel. So, good night and God bless you.
The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.